Hello there, how are you? Welcome back. Well, today I'm going to show you how I installed my on-demand propane hot water heater that runs off of a 20-pound gas grill propane tank, and its ignition source is actually 2D batteries there on the bottom on the right hand side of this hot water heater. Now this hot water heater, I purchased it probably about a year and a half ago off of eBay. I knew that I was going to put this in out here at the barn. At the time, I think I paid right around $89 for, I actually purchased two of them. And I have just had this sitting in a box waiting to go in. Now with my water system in place, with my electric system in place, the wind, the solar, all the outside utilities, now it's time for me to get back working on the inside of the barn. And one of the first things that I know that I want is a hot water source. It is nice using my little Toyota RV. I can grab a shower, do dishes, whatever. But I'm telling you what, it is a game changer to have your hot water source right there in the immediate area for washing dishes, taking a shower, just washing your hands. Okay, so moving on, the way that I made the transition from the hot water heater to go through the wall to service the inside of the barn was with shark bite elbows. The logic the logic behind utilizing shark bites were I could pre-assemble everything and then actually go back and attach the fittings to the hot water heater without any issues whatsoever. Now, something else that a neighbor had asked me when they saw the on-demand hot water heater was, can you put that thing in a regular house? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And so I was talking with my son. He used less electric last month, but his electric bill increased by $40. So with that being said, I'm already seeing the potential for a future video of how I installed a hot water heater on a on-grid house in town video. Yeah, always thinking ahead, right? Okay, a little tip for you here. When you're drilling through thinner metal like this, when you use that hole saw, if you drill through that thinner metal in reverse, it makes for a much smoother hole than if you do it forward. And if you notice, that drill bit did not catch at the end, and that is because I was drilling with it in reverse. Now here I'm just using a little black Gorilla Tape to cover the edges. That way it'll protect the pipes and stuff as they make the transition through the wall. They do make an edge banding for metal. I just did not have it, and I'm actually kind of just installing this on the fly. I didn't really have a plan other than I knew where the pipes made the transition going through the wall. I wanted those to be shark bites. That way I could pre-assemble all the pipes, get all my crimps done, and then when I went to attach the pipe to the bottom threads of the hot water heater, I could just do it as a complete unit. It saves me assembling it up high, makes it easier to get leverage to crimp everything down, and then that's just a quick look at the finished product. Now here's a little trick for you as well. I don't remember whose YouTube channel I saw this done on, probably C. Jane Drill. But if you take and have a tight area and you need to put Teflon tape on a pipe, if you wrap it around the end of a pen or a pencil or a dowel or whatever, you can just fit it right in there and it goes on smooth as butter. And as you see, it really does make things a lot simpler than trying to use the roll that the Teflon tape comes on. Now I can just go ahead and set the pipes in place. They're already pre-crimped. And just hand tighten it down. I'll go back and put 2 wrenches on this and tighten it down. Remember to always put 2 wrenches on it. And it will be good to go. And it's just a matter of wash, rinse, and repeat with the hot side. So overall, the total time to install the hot water heater was probably right around 3 hours, I'm guessing. I think it probably would have been much shorter had I thought it through prior to installing it, had I had a plan instead of just, oh, I think I want to hang this here, oh, I think I want to put the holes here. So kind of having a plan is smarter. Keep it simple though. It's a simple ventless hot water heater. Cold water in on the white side, hot water out on the red side. Transition through the wall with simple shark bites. And then the fuel source is a simple 20-pound propane tank off of your gas grill with a gas regulator and hose until you decide what other permanent fuel source that you want to supply it with. You know, whether it be a 100-pound vertical tank, a 500-gallon horizontal tank that you have mounted out somewhere on the property. Another consideration is where you locate it at. I knew I wanted this located inside of the barn, but not inside of the living space of the barn. And the logic behind that is it's in a safe area. You don't have to worry about it in the weather. You don't have to worry about somebody coming and stealing it. You don't have to worry about a storm damaging it. And you still have access to a hot shower even if there is a storm going on. Another thing about these ventless propane tanks and any on-demand, ventless hot water heater and any on-demand hot water heater, if you're in a colder environment, there's kind of a pre-warm-up that needs to occur. So a lot of people that are in cooler areas, or cold, I should say, areas, they will have dual on-demand propane hot water heaters or dual on-demand hot water heaters if it runs off of electric. That way the first one gets the water temperature to a certain degree and the second one actually heats it up to the level that you would want for, say, a truly hot shower or to wash dishes or whatever with. Again, I live in Florida, so those things were not a concern to me, but the location was. I knew I didn't want it in the immediate living space because it needed to be in a well-ventilated area, but I also knew I did not want it mounted somewhere on the external areas of the barn. So this is a look at the temperatures that this particular hot water tank will put out for you. Alrighty then, y'all have an absolutely wonderful and blessed day. I'll see you next time. Take care.